first off, very nice to meet you.
Yes, it's so nice to meet you. Thank you for having me.
Of course. You are new to the industry, well, new-ish. So, kind of want to get to know you a little bit. What inspired you to pursue acting?
I started acting when I was really young. I auditioned for a play when I was like 8 years old in 2000. I'm not gonna say when I was 8 years old. And I was always a really dramatic, really little kid. So my parents thought that acting would be a good outlet for me. And yeah, from the first play I was in on, I was like, this is all I want to do. So, I did a lot of community theater growing up, and then in high school, I did forensics, which is speech and debate, which I loved. And I got my BFA in college, and then I actually interned in the city for a semester when I was a senior because I knew I wanted to live in New York, but I had never been to the city before. I grew up in Tennessee. Um, and so I thought that would be a good way to see what it was really like in the city, like what my daily life would look like. And I also wanted to get an idea of what the entertainment industry was actually like. And yeah, I just fell in love with it. And so after I graduated, I moved to the city to pursue acting, and here we are.
I love it. I love it. Um, the internship and casting, was that like if you want to be an actor, you intern with casting, or is it like was there something specific that drew you to that?
Yeah, I think that was kind of like an unconventional step that I took because I didn't have a lot of industry connections in like the major cities because I didn't go to school in the city. And I knew that that was something that was really important to, the process of auditioning and just like entering the space of entertainment. It was important to be knowledgeable about, who you were going to be seen by, like who's directing, who's producing in the city, who's casting. Like, I just felt like I wanted to be more knowledgeable before I moved. And so that was something that I chose to pursue knowing that I wanted to be a performer because I hoped that it would strengthen the kind of performer that I was. And I feel like I really got that from my internship. And I loved it. It was just such a great time in every aspect. And it felt like a really natural way to explore life in the city without making the commitment of like actually signing a lease because I was doing it under my university.
Sounds like the way to do it.
Yeah, I'm really glad that I did it. Like, I think it's something that any actor would benefit from, like going on the other side of the table and seeing what it's like inside the room and what kind of conversations are happening before and after, and, what sets one audition apart from the other. That was really what I was after was, seeing firsthand how everything worked, but also strengthening my own performance and strengthening what I brought to the table when the time came to come and be in those rooms as an actor.
So then when it came time for his and hers, you were ready.
I was ready, I guess. I mean, yeah, I'd been in the city for a while, just building my resume and taking things as they go. And so, yeah, I feel like it was actually a really natural progression of how things went from internship to the roles I did before. And then his and hers came, and I felt like, okay, I actually know what all of these words mean on a set.
That's great. That's great. So then when you Did you audition for Catherine Kelly going into this? Okay, so congrats on getting the role that you auditioned for.
You. Yeah.
Um, was was it obvious to you that your audition was different after having this experience in your internship?
Different compared to other actors' auditions or different how?
Different to your past auditions.
Oh, to my past auditions. Yeah, I mean, my internship was a few years ago, so like I've been auditioning for quite some time, like since I interned. But I do think that the way that I audition, the mindset that I have going into auditions now versus like the mindset that I had going into auditions in college is definitely different. And I think that I handle rejection a lot better since my audition, I mean, since my internship, because I think I learned, how it really is seeing firsthand that it's not that you didn't get a role because you weren't good. It's just because what you brought to that role wasn't what they were specifically looking for this production. So I think that now when I'm approaching my auditions, whereas before sometimes I would get caught up in what's right and what's wrong, like when it comes to auditioning, what's the right choice to make, what's the wrong choice to make. And now I know that's not the way to approach it. Now the way to approach it is just the way that you would honestly play this character and what's true for you. And you are what brings the role to life. So it's not about doing the right or wrong thing. It's about doing what's true to you. And so I think that when auditioning for Catherine, I really just approached her life through the lens that I saw it through, and I brought it to life in the way that it spoke to me. And I think, um, yeah, I feel like that's what can give you a successful performance. It's not about, what's good, what's bad. It's just like what's true.
Makes sense. Um, and you got to work with some really cool people and get to see like that side of the industry even more in depth.
Yeah.
Kind of on the theme of learning through experience. Is there anything that you learned from his and her set that you are definitely taking with you to future projects?
Yeah, I think just like the positivity on that set was always high, and I think everyone was just always in good spirits. And it was amazing to work with such big, well-known names and be just like I don't know, to not be disappointed in any way by who they were, like on the other side of the camera. Like they were such amazing examples of how to treat other people on set, like because everyone's working so hard and it's such long days. And I think like they did such a great job of making everyone feel seen and appreciated. And they were always in good spirits. And, we're working with source material that's really heavy. And I think it just helps the long days feel worth it when everyone is excited about what they're doing and when everyone is just having a good time working together. And I think that work ethic and that ability to just, I don't know, like foster community while working is something that really stuck out to me and is something that I always want to bring with me moving forward.
I love that.
Yeah, it was just really great. Like Tessa was a producer, so she was around a lot more, like even when she wasn't shooting. And I think that that was just really cool to see someone who, really believes in what they're making. And it was just cool to have her come and talk to us in between our takes. And we felt very valued and we felt very well taken care of. And I think that just makes everyone, want to put their best foot forward and want to do their best work. And it was an environment that just kind of allowed all of us to do our best. And I'm really thankful for that.
Love it, love it. And you filmed in Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
Um, not too far from where you grew up.
No, it's not actually. I grew up going on field trips to Atlanta. So I had been at least twice, I think. I grew up in Tennessee. So it was nice to be back in the South. And it was cool to see the entertainment industry in the South. Like hearing people with accents that I recognize talk about entertainment was really cool. And I saw people with shirts that said like Yollywood, and I was like, wait, that's so cute. I love it. I need one of those. And that was really special. I also have like friends from college who live in the Atlanta area, so it was cool to get to explore and like see just, all that Atlanta had to offer. And I spent a lot of time with the younger girls as well. Like on our days off, we drove around. One of the other girls she grew up in Atlanta, I believe. So she showed us like all the best restaurants. We ate so much good food and we went and we met rescue puppies, and that was really cool. And so we saw the Vampire Diaries set, which I'd never seen, or not the set, but where they filmed. I hadn't seen Vampire Diaries, but the other girls did, and that was really exciting to like see them nerd out over the square. And I had fun even though I wasn't super familiar with the show. They showed me some episodes and that was really cool, and a lot of other things had filmed there as well. So it was just awesome to see like how much history there is in that area, and the South is so beautiful. So I'm always happy to be back there.
Um, I also love going to see filming locations. I'm a huge Walking Dead fan, so going to
Yes.
Illinois is like a yearly thing for me. Um, are you going to try to go to some filming locations just to kind of experience that? Like, is that something that you're going to try to do?
I would love to do that. I can't think off the top of my head. Like, I would love to go and see, especially in another country, like where they film. Like right now, I'm thinking of Emma from 2020. Like, I would love to go and see where they filmed that. I think it's really, really cool seeing the difference between what something actually looks like and how they're able to capture it on screen because it's so different. But it's just crazy seeing the scope of it, like when you're actually there. And I think it is really amazing thinking of the talent that it takes to showcase these spaces and to make them look like, I don't know, they look like completely different worlds on screen than they do in person. And I think that's really fascinating.
Um, I obviously have the fan perspective of all of that. But you as an actor, what was it like for you getting to see the like shells of these set pieces and
It was so insane. I mean, on our set, on his and hers, it was really, really, really cool because I'd never been on a set long enough to like see different filming locations. And most of the houses in the show were like built on the lot. So it was a functional house, but on a lot, which was really crazy because it was like, you walk out of your trailer and you go through the breezeway and then you enter the lot, and it's like an unfinished house on the outside and it's plywood, and then you walk through and suddenly you're in an entryway and it's like here's a functional bedroom and a functional kitchen and a functional living room, and people are hanging out on the couch, and you look out the windows and all you're seeing is like this the stage. Like the word is escaping me right now. The lot. I don't know, like the inside the big room. It's like you're in a big room, but it looks like it's daylight outside because the lights are white. Like it looks like daylight, but you're inside and you're in a house, but you're not really because it's a set piece. And so it was really like that's really mind-blowing to see the care and the detail that goes into building something like that. And the fact that it can be built and it can look like a real place where someone lives because it could be, but it's inside a soundstage. That was the word I was looking for, soundstage. You look out and you see the soundstage. So that was really cool. And I mean, I took pictures of everything. Like I couldn't get over just the view from every vantage point. I was like, oh, okay, here you can see the porch. And when I'm on the porch, it's a real porch. And there's all of these items that look like they're believably just someone's clutter, but somebody curated all of this. And I don't know, it's just really fascinating and impressive to see what the set designer was able to build and to bring to life because it all looked so vivid and real.
It is incredible.
Yeah, I mean it's just so beautiful. I mean the lighting was also, I mean everything was just so it was really 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 special to see it back on screen and to see the way that it carried over to the TV and to know like, oh my gosh, I've been there and that's not even a real window. Like there's nothing out there.
I'm just trying to picture it and like
Yeah.
it's like in a weird way, like I can see it, but I'm also like, I don't think I understand like just how impressive that is.
No,
So
I feel like that's something that I never, I mean, you see backstage or not backstage, but like behind the scene photos of shows and TV all the time. And you're like, yeah, I kind of get it. But like until you're there physically in the space, it's hard to picture exactly what that really looks like because you're so used to seeing it this big. And when you're there in person and it's like dwarfing you. It's like an out of body experience seeing it.
yeah, it's so cool. Um, Speaking of like out of body experiences, do you watch yourself back? Like, have you seen his and hers?
I have seen it. I've seen it a few times. I think I can't help but be curious, but also I've watched the whole thing because I want to see everything and I'm just so interested in every piece of the puzzle. Like I want to see how other people's performances translated on screen. And I mean, I'm such a huge fan of Tessa and John. Like I think with this show specifically, there was no world in which I was not gonna watch it. Like I do feel like I'm tempted to not watch myself, but at the same time my curiosity can't take it and I'm like, no, I have to see what I did. I need to see it even if I am like hiding away the whole time. But yeah, I watched the whole thing. I think I've watched it at least in its entirety twice. But I've revisited some scenes many times with my friends and my loved ones who were like, we have to go back and watch this again.
I love that. So then what's up next for you?
Yeah, I'm just kind of like hitting the ground running, going back to the grind of auditioning, seeing what comes next, taking things as they go. I'm definitely interested in just doing more TV. I would love to do some theater in New York, get back to my theater roots. That would be really amazing. So, yeah, I'm just taking it one day at a time, enjoying the world post his and hers. It's been really fun to see everyone's reactions, just to see people like as they finish the series is one of my favorite things. I think that's really fun. So that's been really great.
Amazing. Um, I wish you the best with
Yeah.
all the auditions you're going on, and I haven't finished his and hers, so forgive me for that
Oh
one, but I'm
gosh.
excited to.
No, I'm excited for you to finish. I'm like I just love mystery thrillers, and so I was I felt really lucky that I got to work on this specifically because this is like exactly the kind of TV that I love to watch, and this was the kind of TV that I always dreamed of making, and so that's also why I was like I have to watch it. Like there's no world in which I can let my own fear of watching myself like eclipse um the murder mystery of it all. So I hope you enjoy. I really like the ending. I think that it's a fun ride. So I'm excited for you.
Oh, I'm excited to finish it. Um, but those were all the questions I had. It was amazing getting to meet you.
Yeah, it was so nice meeting you. Thank you again for your patience. I'm sorry about last week's last
Oh,
minute fiasco.
it's all good, all good. Very flexible. So,
Great. Thank you.
all right. You have a great rest of your day.
Thank you so much, you too. It was so nice to meet you. Thank you. Bye-bye.